guys, Jamie here, keeping it koi. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. Hope to earn your subscription today. So in today's video, it's a bit of a waffle, but a bit of an update on how I'm getting on with the old Japanese garden, and a quick chat around the have a look at the fish. So stay tuned, and hope you enjoy. Hey guys, so yeah, back again. As you saw in the last video, started the work on the new part of the garden while we're waiting for the winter. Give me something to do. I'm quite happy with the end result. Just about finished. I do need one more bag of blue slate. Picked that up on Friday, I think is my next day off, but I've had an afternoon off, so I was just watching the robin. We've got baby robins flying about. I haven't seen the blue tits coming out of the house yet, but yeah, hopefully. Although I have been working right next to the blue tit house, so I may have disturbed them. I hope not. But yeah, we've had baby sparrows, baby robins, baby blackbirds. I had lots of baby birds this year, but obviously my neighbour's trees up there, they all nest in them trees because they're big, thick and all bushy and everything. But that's where the robin and the blackbird and the sparrows are living. As I say, in regards to the blue tits, I don't know. But right, let's show you what I've done. So as you can see down this end, I need one more bag of blue slate just to cover that last bit of purple area, and then we're done. I'll just put the purple down, as I say, for a base, so you can't see any of the liner, but all the liner's now cut and in. I've got a tiny little bit more at the back there that is sticking up a bit higher than I want it, but I wanted it folded up along the back there because obviously I can't staple it to the concrete. But that is that. So I've got my Japanese pagoda, a random round shiny ball. I just saw that in a garden centre once and thought I liked it. I've got my little white pine bonsai. That's only a dinky one, but give it another 5 to 10 years and that'll look awesome. Obviously all my aces. I've got my big, whichever acer that is, my little red one with thin scraggly leaves, as I call them. I've got my little olive tree bonsai and my little conker tree bonsai, followed by my Japanese pagoda statue. When I bought that, that was an absolute bargain. That is solid stone. It's not even concrete, it is solid stone, and I picked that up for 20 quid on the Facebook shop thing. Bargain. Weighs an absolute ton. I'm glad it comes in two halves. Take the top off, and I've got to just do something with them wires. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep the original light in there, because I have got the plug for that indoors, and there's a little candle, fake candle thing in there, and yeah, I don't know, because I've got my solar lights company in there as well, save electricity and all that. And I got me big red scraggly leafed one, love that one. And I got me little dinky non-scraggly leaf one, and I got me fern. I've just chopped a load off the fern. I don't know whether that's what you're supposed to do, but chopped off all the really dead leaves, and there's an awful lot of new shoots. I don't know if you can see it down there. Awful lot of new shoots coming up. We've got a nice big leaf here and lots of little leaves there, and a random leaf that's coming right out the front. Look, not even next to the plant. So it's obviously spreading well in there. But yeah, that's one of the ones I'm still yet to de-weed. I've got some weeds on that one, but yeah, all these ones have been done. Look, just my pom-pom tree. And then lastly my big green and yellow one, or yellow and orange, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there's a nice wide angle shot though. I am really, let's zoom out a bit, happy with that. What do you reckon, guys? My nice little peaceful, tranquil Japanese garden. God, I could just imagine sitting here watching that all day. Yeah. As I mentioned before, that little shower from that I won from Vince, still leaking, but doesn't matter in here because the liner literally goes right out all around the pond and slopes back into the pond, so it will collect all the rainwater. There's all now pebbles in the bottom of the pond, although my wall has collapsed a little bit. That was joint up, but never mind. Didn't think it'd stay up there, but so I've got me lily down the bottom there now. I don't know if you can quite make that out. Let's get out from under the sun. There you go. That was me off-cut of lily. All the stones have now fallen in the lily pot. But yeah, that was my off-cut off my main lily, and that started to sprout this year. So that survived around all the edges in rocks and whatnot. I got watercress all the way round. There are a few cracks that I haven't put any in, and then I've got oxygenator plant there. If anybody wants any of that, I have bucket loads of the stuff left over from my old pond. It just grew and grew and grew. I chucked it in that bucket and it's still growing. That bucket's still absolutely full. So yeah, if anybody wants any of that, great. My main lily is in here. That was my main lily in its pot. That's starting to regrow. All the rest of that is watercress. That's where I picked me bits of watercress from. But yeah, I think I've decided, looking at Vince's recent videos of his lily hangers, my strawberries are doing well this year. They're not being attacked yet, so I need to get a new net, I think, for this, but all these are moving soon anyway. But yeah, they're doing really well. In fact, we've just bought some different strawberries for this year. In fact, these ones, this type with this leaf, they're called Bubbleberry. They're F1s. Yeah. Them ones are F1s. The ones on this side, look, Bubbleberry. And now I've just bought two new ones. Excuse this shaky camera. Got these ones, which are called El Santa. And we've got these ones, which are, where's the label around here? These ones which are called Honey Oi. Don't know how you pronounce that, but either or. But yeah, they're starting to get some little flowers on as well. I've just put them in here for now because I had these pots spare after the rejig on the Japanese garden. Because I used some of my older pots that had the dead ones in, so that one had a dead one in it, and that one had a dead one in it, and I killed both of them last year by I've always used pond water on everything, but I didn't think I'd just put a treatment in the pond, and when I was doing the water change in between treatments, I used all that water on the plants, and a few of them died. But yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do with this giant grass yet, because that was originally going where them pink stones were over there, but I put it down there. I didn't like it. Don't fall in, Nala. Don't fall in. So, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Going back to that, I really don't know what I'm gonna do with that. And now that used to obviously live in that area, and again, it doesn't really suit now. So I've got to find a new home for that. But my fruit trees are doing really well. Gonna have loads of apples this year. We have got flowers and apples everywhere. It's yeah, absolutely everywhere. And my plum tree is actually getting some little bits of, well, I was told it was a plum tree, but I don't know if you can quite make that out there. Look, just here, little baby bit of fruit. So yeah, find out this year now if it is a plum tree or something else. Certainly looks like a plum tree, but as I say, it didn't even flower last year because the person that bought it with the intention of using it before I fall over. Never did use it, and left it on his driveway that summer and gave it to me right at the end of the summer, and it was still in its original little bag that, you know, when you buy a tree it comes with the root ball wrapped in a little bag, no soil or anything. And he gave me a dead twig. I said, what am I going to do with that? He said, just plant it, keep watering it, give it lots and lots of water, it'll come back. He was right, it did. It leafed last year. Didn't do an awful lot of growing, but it leafed. And yeah, this year it's doing really well. So yeah, the one on the end there is Buddleia bush. That's doing really well. I managed to take an offcut, and there's two colours in that as well. I think there's white and pink. But I took an offcut of that last year and just stuck it at the back over there, and that's done really well. Unfortunately, a lot of these plants that were going to go over the rocks and stuff in my Japanese garden. Let me get that net out of the way. Yeah, there was this one, but they seem to have all died off. I mean, it's not dead, it's still got greenery, and there are new shoots shooting, so I might see if I can take a cutting of that. It's just the main root ball that's a bit dead, but that was absolutely lovely. It has these lovely little white flowers on it as well, so it's not dead, and that was really nice as well. But again, it's only got just a couple of little green shoots left, and they kind of just, they don't grow very tall, but they sort of droop all over the rocks. But I guess I didn't look after the back of there enough, and yeah, me too. They were going to sort of be trimmed up and go in there as well, but they're looking a bit sorry for themselves, so I might just leave them in here for now. That one's still going in there because that's sort of like a droopy over rocks type thing, and that's got lovely deep purple flowers. So yeah, that'll be moved over when I shift all these around. I keep watering this with pond water, and there's been no treatments in my pond now for a good couple of months, so I'm hoping they all start coming back to life, and if they do, I'll move them all over. And then lastly, I've just been making all the de-weeding I've done, all these little maple trees that are growing. Just been digging them up, replanting them in my little seedling trays, and I'm going to see if I can make a load of bonsais out of them. Got another tray that I'm doing down here. These ones have just had a good glug of water. 4 more holes left in there, but I've got some growing. Oh, that's one of my old dead aces. But yeah, you can see that I've got a few growing out of my gravels. Got one here, that's just weeds, but there is another one there. And then when I get round to sorting these pots out, I've got some big ones in here. Got this one. These are from the big old helicopter seed. I keep calling them maple. They're sycamore, aren't they? Don't know. Whichever ones have them helicopters. But yeah, loads of them. But I haven't started de-weeding these yet. Lots of de-weeding to do. But that snow we had just after I uncovered my lemon tree, or lemon trees, has not done them very good at all. This stick's going to die off. That's what happened to this one year, the big main stick, because when you buy them they're sort of a round ball shape on the top of a big stick, which this was when I bought it, but it got a bit frosty and that died off. In fact, that might not have even been the original one, it might have been that one back here, look. The only problem with keeping these outside in England, they're all right in the summer, but as soon as the frost gets to them, that's it, they're knackered. And they'd been absolutely fine all winter, uncovered them, and they still looked as good as new. And then it snowed. Blooming typical. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. All I've got to do now for the rest of the garden is tidy it up, weed it, and finish getting this lawn to grow. As you can see, that side now is almost perfect, other than where Mrs. down there goes to the toilet. She's like got acid in her system, I swear it. Wherever she goes, that's not for drinking. She says it is. But yeah, wherever she seems to go to the toilet, I end up with a dead spot. Dead spot. Dead spot. Dead spot. But she always seems to go in my clean bit. Right, seen a squirrel? Yep, seen a squirrel. I can't see a squirrel. Where's a squirrel? No, too slow, missed it. But yeah, the fish are all doing well. I think I gave them a bit too much of the old snacks, but hey, these guys haven't had any treats yet this year, so that's their first treats. But all the fish left down in this vat always get really spooked. So yeah, it's time for their filter clean today and water change. But these guys down here, because the temperatures increased a lot lately, I'm leaving the covers up throughout the day, well, half up anyway, like that. And as you can see, they're getting really friendly now. Obviously they still get a bit skittish when I come over, because normally I walk over with a net in my hand, and they certainly know what a net is. But if I in fact, they've had their treats today. I'm just getting a bit more food. But yeah, literally the second the food hits the surface, they're like nom 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 nom. In fact, look, I already think it's hit the surface. Look. Gannets, a lot of them. Hello, you. No, they're attacking me. No, these are koi treats, not doggy treats. But yeah, there's actually, I completely forgot, but there's actually a lot more koi in there than it looks. I don't know if you can, oh, it's gone now. I was about to say, I don't know if you can quite see that at the surface there, but I've actually got about 5 in there that are completely jet black. And yeah, I don't know whether they're magoi or just really dark or chibas. I just saw Leon's video of his bowling up, and he had some lovely dark ones. Mine are not doits like Leon's, mine are all scaled. One of them I think might be Jinmin as well. But yeah, it's going to be interesting when I try and net all them out, because I don't know if you can. No, I can't see it on the screen. I know the sun's coming back out again, but let's see if I can find one and get it on camera. I don't know if you can quite make that out. There's one right next to the hancho. You like just see their silhouettes swimming past other fish. Yeah, there's at least 5 jet black ones in there. But yeah, they're growing really quick. That 2-step kahaku next to the other 2-step kahaku down there just coming under the waterfall, this one is almost as big as the other fish that I've had for a, well, to be honest, I mean, they're not that much age difference actually. It's just considering he was about 5-6 inches when I picked him up a couple of months ago, and these guys were all 20 centimetres plus by that time. He's just caught them up so quick. But yeah, they were last year's fry from Daz and the Bowling Reefer, whereas the 5 or 6 in there of my Tosai were born in May, so they're only sort of early summer, whereas I think the Reefers were mid to late summer. Yeah, I mean, even this one is only just a Nisai. the Jinrin Chag. But yeah, they're all a year or younger in there. The Tancho, the big two-step Kohaku, and the Deutz Kohaku, they'll all be 1 in May. I'm not too sure about the year on the Benikiki Koryu. I bought it last year. Or was it the year before? No, it was definitely last year. I bought that last year. But I think I bought it as a Tosai. So he's going to be Nisai this year. So he hasn't grown tremendously. In fact, that might be the same with the Jinrin Chag, because again, I bought it last summer, but it was probably a Tosai when I bought it. Got that, them two were from dealers, exclusively koi for the Benikiki Koryu, and the Jinrin Chag came from JKI, Japan Koi Imports. Found some more food. Yeah, even some of the lemon Harawakis are really starting to grow now. The Chibas are doing really well. My favourite Chiba that was in there is his zigzag pattern starting to fade a bit at the minute. Don't know whether it's because of lack of sun under here, or whether it's he was getting growth food in the fish tank as well as colour food. Whereas they're just getting all seasons with garlic and some growth food now. Because I don't want these to grow too big too quickly, because if they all hit 25 centimetres before the pond is finished, then this is going to be very overcrowded, because there's about 50 fish in here now, and I've still got about 15 left in the tank. Because obviously I bought 50 from the reefer originally, lost 4 or 5, and I bought 6 more off him when I went down there for the open day, so that topped it back up to 50. But then I've also got 6 of my original fish that I had in here at the minute, plus 5 tench, 4 or 5 tench, not too sure. 2 goldens, I know that, but I can never work out whether I've got 3 normal tench or 2 normal tench, because there's again another fish that's jet black from the top, can never see them. So yeah, there's about 50 fish in there at the minute, and then I've got about 15 left in the fish tank to bring through. Obviously you saw a video or 2 ago that I was bringing a load of fry out here, and they've all grown tremendously. They're growing a lot quicker out here than they ever were in there. Don't know why. I mean, there's more fish in an enclosed space in here, I guess. Well, there is now compared to what it was, but they're still growing quicker out here. Oh well. Well, I'm waffling. You've all seen the garden. Let me know what you think. I absolutely love it. I mean, I don't get much of a view from this end because there's one of the mummy sparrows on the bird feeder. But yeah, I don't get much of a view from the pergola, which is where I'll be spending most of my time, because you guys haven't really seen it for, what, about 6 months now. But that's a bench all the way along there, and then there's a bench under all that rubbish down there, and then there's another bench down here, which has kind of become my dumping ground at the minute while I'm still tinkering and working around the pond. But yeah, as I mentioned a couple of videos ago, first plan of action, when the pond's finished, all them fish are going in here. There's 7 fish in there, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. So there's 7 fish in there. None are massive. 3 are close to 40 centimetres, 1 is 40, got 2 then at 38, and then the rest are all around sort of 35 or smaller. So I don't think that's going to be too much for the pond to handle, especially because that shower is going on this pond as a temporary till I get a proper one. All that filtration then is going to come down and work this vat, and then every week I'm going to keep, I've got obviously the pond bomb that I got from Skeggy's Koi Pond. That'll go straight into the drum with all the K1 or micro K1 media. After I've put all the fish in, I've also got some BioKick Home still kicking about, the premium BioKick Home by Awazi, and that stuff, I know some people say, don't know if any of it, you know, there's big debates on whether people think it works or not. Well, I tell you what, I've got proof in my own head. You can believe it or not, but I had, for those of you can remember, the reason why I lost 3 or 4 of, or 4 or 5 of the fry this year, this fish tank had the biggest of nitrite spikes ever. Like, it went absolutely ridiculous. The missus just went to let the dog out one evening for its last evening wee, and she said, one of your fish are floating. So it jumps off my sofa, comes, has a look. As I'm having a closer look, there was 2 or 3. They weren't dead, but they were not good. They were literally just bobbing around the top on their side. So obviously, first thing to do, get the test kit out very quickly. Well, actually, no, first thing is I scooped them up and put them in fresh water, because I had a funny feeling it was going to be a spike. So I put them in some fresh tap safe water, and to try and bring them round. And while I was doing that, I tested the pond water, or the tank water, and yeah, after the first drip of the nitrite solution, it went bright red, and then by the time I got to the 5th drip, it was so red, it was redder than the actual colour chart itself. So instantly 80 to 90% water change to try and bring that down. But yeah, it wasn't coming down, and the 3 that were floating did die, and I think I lost another one as well. So after watching a video, who Project Koi, I believe he is, who had a similar issue about a month before I did, and he said this stuff sorted his problem out. I whizzed up to Japan Koi Imports, bought some of that, whacked it in, bit of a double dose in the old fish tank, because each one of them tiny, they're little glass vials, about that big, and that treats 10,000 litres apparently. But I put about a quarter of that in here, 260 litres. So yeah, massive double dose, but it is only good bacteria apparently. Yeah. And then the other basically shared it 50-50 between them two to give them a bit of a kick as well, because I don't know how long it'd last once the vial snapped open. It's a glass vial. When you snap the top of the glass off, a little machine comes with it to do it for you, so don't panic, you don't cut yourself. There's a machine that snaps it off for you. But yeah, and literally within 24 hours there was barely any nitrite at all, and within 48 hours zero reading, and that's from the Awazi BioKick Premium. I mean, this stuff, useless really, but it was on sale half price at Notcuts when I went up there one time, so I thought, well, when I do big filter clean, I can just, when I'm doing the water change as well, because just by doing a filter clean, it uses almost 20% of the tank water to clean the filters. So yeah, every time I do that, just put in a dribble of the cheap bio, I don't even know what it's called. You see it in most garden centres, but you don't really see that kind of stuff in a proper koi dealer normally. But yeah, $4.99 for, well, it'll do. But I'm not saying it has helped or it hasn't helped. I honestly don't know, because I haven't really had a massive nitrite spike since that very first time, and I think it was just because I put too many fish in there. They were growing quick, so I was increasing the feeding quick, but the filters had, I'd only had them in there 2 or 3 weeks, and the filters weren't up to scratch at the time. So my own fault really, because obviously these all got decommissioned last year because I wasn't planning on having fry this year. But hey ho, spontaneous decisions and not really prepared for it. But I will be prepared this year when I get my fry, because I'll be getting a good 250 fry this year, most I've ever had. So hopefully we get some nice ones. But yeah, the fry that I'm getting this year are going to be from a Showa and a Kohaku sort of mixed spawn. So I'm hoping, the reason I went for that one is because I'm hoping I get the odd nice Kohaku and Showa, basically, because I do like some of mine, but they're not, you know, they're certainly not show winning fish, are they? And I wouldn't mind a really, really nice one. Get a nice 3-step or even a 4-step. That'd be nice, because most of mine are either a 1-step or a 2-step. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to call it an end here, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. As I say, the Japanese guy, you can just about see it from over here. But yeah, just about done. A couple of finishing touches, a little bit more weeding, but it's gone a bit cold and miserable out there. So I am going to rest for the rest of the evening, because I've been at work all day anyway. Just got a few bits to pack away out there, and then chill out with the dog till the missus gets home. Alright, well again, thanks very much for watching, guys. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Muchly appreciated. Like and share to all your friends. Hello. And yeah, catch you all on the next one.